Welcome to the Make and Design Podcast. I'm your host, Carina Gardner. On this podcast, we're unraveling the everyday joys and dilemmas of design, making, and business. For makers who want to be designers and for designers who are makers, this is your inside scoop to help you grow your business and bring more creativity to your life.
It's October, and this is the month where everyone gets really excited about dressing up, bobbing for apples. Although, does anybody do that anymore? I don't even know because it kind of seems unsanitary. Or we used to donut fishing, and that was pretty fun. Candy, just all the fun party things that has to do with Halloween. However, if you are a designer, you should not be working on Halloween this month. That's right, Halloween is done with for you. You should not be working on Halloween. And if you are, then we've got to do a reset here. All right, so here's the deal. By the time a design is ready to go, okay, and it's produced by you, right, and then it's consumed by a consumer, it has to have enough time for that consumer to enjoy it, right? So that's the reason you see, even though it all makes us crazy, we see Halloween in August in our Michaels and Hobby Lobby. That's why you see in September Christmas hanging out, right? Because there's a timeline for when design work ought to be done and when it's going to be consumed. Very often, if you're making Halloween stuff and it's mid-October, it's too late. Now, it doesn't mean that someone might not buy it, but you've kind of lost a mega piece of the season for all the consumers that would have purchased that product. I have several Halloween projects, and this used to, by the way, not be the way it was. Like 7 or 8 years ago, we would produce Halloween right up until the end of October. It was very, very common for me to be still working on Halloween stuff right up until the end of October. Now, I spend most of my time finishing October by mid-September. And if you're a Design Suite member, you know this because you have a special calendar telling you when you should be producing all of your stuff. But for the rest of you, if you're producing Halloween this month, sorry, it's done with. Not because you can't make a few sales on it, but it's because you can't make mega sales on it. Now, if you're a brand new designer, it's okay to continue to create Halloween, knowing that you're really creating it for next year's season, that you're actually getting ahead. And that's that long-term view as a designer that we have to make sure that we're producing all the right things that will help move us forward, right? So that's what I want to tell you guys today. I want to make sure that you're paying attention to your calendar, when you should be producing stuff, and really getting a head start on things. When I was in the wholesale market, I still own Mini Lou, but Mini Lou, we were really, really heavily into like physical goods. Our high season was not December. December was out for us. Why? Because our products were already out and being sold. It was January. It was October. It was before the selling season actually began. So you have to be paying attention and thinking smart like your customer. And by the way, I have a new book coming out this spring that really is going to be all about customer thinking for designers. We just have to think about things a little bit different than everybody else because we want to be smart about it, especially in our own businesses. So you can dress up this month. You can listen to all the Halloween music and watch all the Halloween things, but you sure as heck shouldn't be designing for Halloween right now. And I hope that you've made a transition and you're designing for something else right now. And by the way, you guys, depending on the market you're in, that could be a different time period. We have different calendars for fabric and for digital files. Everything is different depending on the type of market it is. And all you have to do is kind of pay attention to what's going on in the regular physical markets out there, like actual fabric manufacturers, what you see happening in stores, because that will give you a good indication of when you should be producing stuff. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. And I hope you are doing all the Halloween things with the exception of designing Halloween and just enjoying this fabulous season. You know, I love it. It's something that is really fun for my family. We're watching all the Halloween movies. And if you have been on this podcast for any amount of time, I think you know that I have certain Halloween traditions that I do follow. But I think this year, you guys, I think my movie on October 31st is going to be different this year. The kids were saying that they don't want to watch Wizard of Oz. And I said, okay, then it's going to be Meet Me in St. Louis. Does anybody else know why I watched that? Okay, there's a cliffhanger for you. All right, guys, I can't wait to see you. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. If you are on the podcast and you haven't left a review, please do. It is lifeline to this podcast for us to get reviews and let other people know what we're talking about so that they can also become a designer. If you're on the YouTube channel, if you wouldn't mind, please subscribing. I just appreciate it so much. We try to produce quite a bit of content for you, teaching you about design, and we hope that you're learning a lot here. All right, guys, I'll see you soon.
Hey, did you know that you can visit me at makeanddesign.com to learn more about this podcast and join my VIP group for weekly freebies? I can't wait to see you there.